Hello everyone. Today, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna discuss, a new pattern paper that was given out by board, right? Which you have already solved it to my knowledge. So, थोड़ा बहुत discuss करेंगे उसके बारे में. Then we'll move on to some diagrams, right? Some easier ways to draw those. Then again some application based questions, some numericals, right? And then we can stop today's session. So we'll first discuss the new pattern paper that was given to us, right? Now in that paper we have four sections, A, B, C, D, right? Section A is we have question numbers from 1 to 20 which has 1 marks each, and it consists of MCQs, one line answers, assertion reasoning, all those type of small questions and all one liners all mostly, right? Now MCQs may there is a new concept in this year actually, right? We have passage type questions. Will be a passage will be given to us, out of which out of those we have to say, we have to get answers from those. But make sure you're understanding one thing, that not all answers will be from it. There will be direct and indirect questions as well. So you have to know the concept. ऐसा नहीं कि पैसेज पढ़ ले उसमें से आंसर आ जाएगा फटाफट, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, right? So section B is purely 1 mark questions, right? And it comprises of around 32 marks, which is around 40% of the marks, right? Moving on to section B, that is 21 to 26, 2 marks each, which gives you 12 marks. 27 to 3, that is 3 mark questions, which gives you 21 marks. And finally, the last 3 questions of 5 marks each, which gives you 15 marks, right? So the section A and section B are pretty much straightforward, very easy things. So we can easily score, around 40 to 45 marks easily over here. So 50% marks वहीं पे आ जाता है, right? So this was actually a new pattern paper that was discussed, right? Now what we'll do is we'll go on to discuss some diagrams, right? So here some diagrams. First thing, ray diagrams, right? हम लोग सबका सब ray diagrams नहीं करेंगे. What we'll do is we'll select a few, मतलब एक या दो solve करेंगे. But we know before drawing any ray diagram there is necessity for drawing a base diagram, right? So we'll do a quick revision. First of all, what we do is we draw a straight line, but remember this line should be on the line of the book, on the line, not in between the lines. Then from this end, at a distance of 3 centimeter, we mark a point P, which is pole. Pole pe we keep a protractor in such a way that on simply tracing the curve of the protractor, we get a mirror over here. And in this case, we are considering a concave mirror, and from this point, from P point 2 centimeter each, we can draw 2 points F, which is the focus, and one more point at a distance of 2 centimeter, which is C, that is center of curvature. Right, so this is the base diagram. This base diagram has to be drawn every time you draw a diagram, a ray diagram. Remember exam में 3 centimeter 2 centimeter 2 से लिखने का जरूरत नहीं है. There is no need for mentioning the centimeters over here, right? So we'll actually quickly recap one diagram. We'll do one diagram. That is in this case the object is beyond C. The first thing you have to do is you have to draw this diagram, the base diagram. 3 2 2 पे points है, and P पे we draw what? We simply draw a curve, that is a concave mirror, right? Now in this case if you see the object is beyond C, तो C से पहले एक object बनाता हूँ मैं, as we already know that the object should be a one line, right? And we have 4 rules, right? Parallel focus hai, focus parallel. If the ray of light goes to through the center of curvature, it comes back tracing the same path back. And one more और एक क्या था, the incident ray and the reflected ray, if they meet at point P, they make equal angles, मतलब equal angle at the poles. So उसमें से the easiest of the lot where if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the reflected ray passes through the focus. And second, if the incident ray is passing through the focus, reflected ray is going through the, if the incident ray is passing through the focus, reflected ray becomes parallel. And image हमेशा कहाँ पे बनाते हैं हम लोग? Image is always drawn where the rays intersect. If you see the rays intersect at this point, the reflected rays, hence we'll draw the image at this point, and the intersection point is named as A dash, and B dash will be always on the principal axis. Now if you do this much, you will get only 50% of the marks, because बाकी का marks जो है you will receive it once you have written a short summary regarding the diagram. समरी मतलब क्या, इमेज कहाँ पे बन रहा है. इन दिस केस इफ यू सी द इमेज इज फॉर्मिंग बिटवीन एफ एंड सी, तो इमेज इज फॉर्म बिटवीन एफ एंड सी, दैट इज डन. इज द इमेज रियल और वर्चुअल, राइट. हम लोग, the easiest way is if the rays actually meet, if you see the reflected rays are actually meeting at this point, so it's a real image. If they are not meeting actually here, they meet somewhere this side on the right hand side, so we call it as a virtual image. And real images are always inverted, as you can see in the diagram also. Image क्या आया, उल्टा आया. Image का arrow नीचे आ रहा है, object का arrow ऊपर दिख रहा है, तो उल्टा आ गया. And you can see the size is diminished. So along with the diagram, you also have to write the summary, so you'll get full marks out of this. So this is a quick recap of a ray diagram. This was for mirror. We'll actually do the same for a lens, right? So lens का difference क्या है? We again draw a straight line, but remember it should be on the line. And यहाँ पे we simply draw a center, approximately take a point O, which is the optical center, and simply using a protractor, यहाँ पे before using a protractor, what we can do is we can mark 4 lines up, 4 lines down, 4 or 3, उससे कम नहीं, 4 lines up or 4 lines down, या तो 3 भी चलेगा. We draw a dotted lines, right? We draw dotted line up, down, and simply we join this to this point with the help of a protractor. Yeah, keep the protractor exactly and join this to this. Similarly, join this to this, so we get two surface of the lens, and we can say we have a convex lens over here, right? Because it is curvature is outwards. Then again from point O, optical center, we'll have 2 centimeter left, 2 centimeter right. We mark f1 f2, and f1 and f2 से वापस 2 centimeter left, 2 centimeter right. We'll mark 2 f1 and 2 f2, which is nothing but double of f1 and double of f2, that is 2 f2 and 2 f1. ये था base diagram, right? So this diagram again has to be drawn. This is for a convex lens. Concave के लिए क्या करने का, ये जो curve है, if you see the curve is outwards, convex में the curve will be inwards. That's the only thing, right? So the diagram that we're going to discuss is object is at 2f1. So object बन गया एक line का. Always we draw an object of one line and we name it as AB. A for arrow, B for base. ये जो B point है, it's always on the principal axis. So ये हो गया object. Again the rules almost the same rule, that is if the incident ray is parallel, the refracted ray in this case will pass through the focus. और इसमें हम लोग सबसे इजी के लिए the second rule is the easiest one is if the ray of light passes through the optical center. If the ray passes through optical center, it goes straight without any deviation. So hence if the incident ray goes through the optical center, then the refracted ray goes through it without any deviation. And simply if you can see, ये जो reflected ray है, sorry, it's the refracted ray, they're intersecting at this point, which is exactly below 2f2, which means if the object is at 2f1, image will be formed at 2f2, and you can see the size is also same. Again in this case a diagram banaya, so you'll get only 50% of the marks, right? We name the diagram as the image as a dash b dash. Similarly, we have to write the position of the image, which is nothing but at 2f2. Nature, again if you see the rays are actually meeting, खुद से आके meet हो रहे हैं वहां पे, so it is real. And we know real images are always inverted, and even दिख भी रहा है उल्टा बन गया. यहाँ पे object ऊपर है, यहाँ पे image नीचे बन गया. So it is real, inverted, and in this case it is of the same size. So hence it's of the same size. So इतना किया, you will get full marks. So this was a quick recap of the base diagrams, right? So moving forward, एग्जाम में आता भी है 2 मार्क के लिए कि ड्रॉ रिफ्रैक्शन थ्रू अ ग्लास स्लैब, या तो कोई डेरिवेशन का 5 मार्क करेगा तो उसमें 2 मार्क का डायग्राम डाल देंगे, बाद में कुछ दूसरा दे देंगे. तो यू हैव टू मेक श्योर ड्राइंग इट वेरी करेक्टली. सिंपल है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी ड्रॉ ग्लास स्लैब ABCD, राइट? एंड in this case the easiest way to draw is take a scale and simply draw a line through it. Now actually if this is the incident ray, मतलब ये point से surface AB तक, we'll draw a dark bold line, but inside it has to be dotted line because the ray actually doesn't go straight, isn't it? So we'll draw dotted line, and the dotted line are imaginary, मतलब शायद से जाएगा और actually जाता ही नहीं है वहां से. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, simply draw a dark line which we till surface AB, and inside we draw dotted line and extend it outwards, right? Now the easiest way, this is the incident ray, the easiest way to draw an emergent ray is don't displace the scale. Similarly, ये सरफेस स्केल का ये सरफेस है, जस्ट यूज दैट सरफेस एंड ड्रॉ अ लाइन ओवर दैट. So this becomes an emergent ray now. मतलब दो रे मिल गया, इंसिडेंट रे, emergent ray. So refracted ray कैसा मिलेगा? Simply join the points over this point to this point. So we have incident ray, refracted ray, and the emergent ray. So this is the easiest way that this diagram can be drawn, right? So at this point we're gonna draw normal. Again, here we have a normal. PQ is the incident ray, QR is the refracted ray, RS is the incident ray, and we have three angles. That is angle of incidence I, right? Angle of incidence I over here, refracted angle, and the emergent ray. Now if you see, ये जो ये जो in this case we can say ये जो emergent ray है, if there is no refraction, the light should have come straight away following this dotted line, but it came out through that space. Actually no, why? Because in this case I can simply say it got laterally displaced. Laterally means, no, it got displaced in a, this is called as lateral displacement, right? So exam में आ सकता है, what is lateral displacement? It's simply the displacement between what is it, the displacement that a ray, emergent ray, occurs due to refraction. That's it. Yeah, so this is the easiest way that this thing can be drawn. So this is refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab, right? Through a prism, we all know, first of all, this angle is called as angle of prism. It's even mentioned in your NCRT exam में आ भी सकता है. What is angle of prism? It's simply the angle between two surfaces or two faces of a prism. That's angle of prism. This is incident ray. If there is no refraction, the ray should follow this dotted line, but it doesn't happen so, right? At this point we draw normal, and the ray gets reflected, sorry, it gets refracted over here. Wrong likha hai yahan pe, remember it's refracted over here, and at this point again it comes out as emergent ray. Now there can be a question, is there a possibility that incident ray and emergent ray का angle equal हो सकता है क्या? Yes, it is possible only when ये जो refracted ray है, this refracted ray, it should be parallel to the base of the prism. Then we can say the incident angle and the emergent angle will be equal. Now if you see, ये जो incident ray है, it didn't follow this path, right? सीधा चला गया कि नहीं? Can I say it bent by this angle? It didn't went straight actually. What did it do is, it simply bent by this angle, or simply I can say deviated by this angle. So the angle with which the incident ray deviated, that angle is called as what? The deviation angle. So hence this angle I can call it a deviation angle, denoted by capital letter D. कभी उसको डेल्टा से भी हम लोग डिनोट करते हैं. So remember, the diagram for refraction of light through prism is asked, you have to show the deviation angle. Otherwise the diagram will be incomplete. So that is refraction of light through a prism. So moving forward, so we have incident ray, refracted ray, and the emergent ray. In this case it is equal, I and E is equal, because the refracted ray is parallel to the base. One, remember this is not reflected ray, it's a refracted ray. A disclaimer. Moving forward, now dispersion of white light by a glass prism. Normally make sure you're not drawing this diagram this way, right? The diagram should be drawn this case. The rays always bends towards the base of the prism. If you see here, इसके बाद this ray of light is going straight, which is not possible. It's coming from denser to rarer. Again it will bend towards the base. So in this case the rays of light will bend towards the base. And one more thing, you have to write this sequence correctly, Vibgyor, right? So this is wrong, this is right. Now we have some application based question, right? और performance based question भी बोलते हैं इसको. Now हम लोग इसको solve कैसे करेंगे? I'll show you the question, right? I'll show you the question and I'll ask you to pause the video. Once the video is paused, you have to start solving the sums, right? आराम से सॉल्व करो, टेक योर टाइम, 5 मिनट लो, 10 मिनट लो, सॉल्व द सम्स, एंड वंस द सम इज सॉल्व यू कैन अगेन play the video. उसके बाद I'll show the solution then, right? So this is the first sum. I'll be solving this. उसके बाद you have to do the every sum you have to do it by yourself, right? So in this case, emitter has a range of 0 to 3 amperes and there are 30 divisions on the scale. Calculate the least count of the emitter. First of all, what is least count? Least count is it's the minimum value. For example, तुम लोग का जो scale है, जो जिससे तुम line मारते हो, that in that scale उसका मिनिमम वैल्यू कितना है? कैन आई सिंपली से द मिनिमम वैल्यू 0.1 सेंटीमीटर और 1 मिलीमीटर, सो दैट इज द लीस्ट काउंट. सो व्हेनेवर समवन आस्क्स व्हाट इज द लीस्ट काउंट, मतलब क्या? सिंपली कैलकुलेट द मिनिमम थिंग दैट इट कैन मेजर, राइट? नाउ इन दिस केस एमीटर हैज अ रेंज ऑफ 0 टू 3 एम्पियर. नाउ तुम लोग जो स्केल है नॉर्मली, इट हैज अ रेंज ऑफ हाउ मच? इट इज अ रेंज ऑफ 0 टू 15 सेंटीमीटर और 0 टू 30 सेंटीमीटर. इट्स अ बिगर स्केल. So in this case emitter, emitter measures the current, right? So in this case यहाँ पे scale होता है, right? So this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. So hence emitter, it reads from 0 to 3 amperes only. What that does it means, and it has 30 divisions total. मतलब from 0 to 3 it has 30 divisions. तो बोला है कि find the least count, right? So it's simple. The formula for least count is the total range upon the total division, right? And we know what's the total range? 0 to 3 मतलब कितना range हो गया उसका? 3 amperes. And कितना divisions है total? 30. So it's 3 upon 30. So it's 0.1 amperes. So hence what's the minimum value that this emitter can measure? It is 0.1 amperes. So least count मतलब है क्या? The minimum value it can measure. So that's how it has to be done. So just take down this formula because next इसमें formula तुम लोग को use करने का है. That is the least count is what? Range upon total division. Least count is equals to range upon total division. अभी next sum से क्या करेंगे? I'll show you the sum and I'll say कि pause the video there itself. You have to pause the video. Question रहेगा वहीं पे, so then you can solve it, right? So do it so that practice भी हो जाएगा. थोड़ा tricky sums है, बोल सकते हैं हम लोग still, yeah? So here, I'll just remove this. Yeah, fine. So this is the question, right? Everyone just pause the video here and start solving. And I'll give you time, right? So I guess you have solved the sum, right? So I'll start with the solution here. We know least count का formula क्या था? Formula था range upon total division. Range was 0 to 0.5. So it becomes 0.5 is the range and number of division is 20, and you division you will get 0.025 volts. So that's the least count of the voltmeter, right? So आगे एक सबसे वही करने वाले हम लोग. I'll show you the question. You have to pause, start solving. Once you've solved it, play the video. Solution will be shown to you. Next question. The question is displayed. Pause the video. So in this case, what is asked? In an there is an experiment over here. We have two resistors R1 and R2, and the student is using this circuit. Now, will the circuit, give correct reading for I measure across A and voltage measured across potential difference? Which one will give me correct reading? We know ammeter should be always connected in series and voltmeter should be connected in parallel, but with the resistors, right? So ammeter, it is connected in series, no doubt. So hence ammeter is going to give me a correct reading, but voltmeter, it is not connected in parallel with the resistors. It is connected in parallel with the ammeter. हम लोग को उसका वो वैल्यू नहीं चाहिए. हम लोग को चाहिए, we need the value of potential difference across the resistors, right? So hence A will give me a correct reading, but potential difference the across V across the voltmeter will give me a incorrect reading, right? That's how it is done. Moving forward, yeah, next one. Yeah, please pause the video now itself. Yeah, yeah. The question में क्या पूछा है कि दिया है कि a fish underwater is viewing obliquely a fisherman standing on the bank of the lake. Does the man look taller or shorter? Now, what does this mean now? Actually, यहाँ पे एक रिवर बैंक है, यहाँ पे वाटर है, राइट? यहाँ पे there is a man over here, and there is a fish over here. There is a fish over here who is looking at this man obliquely. Obliquely matlab at an angle, not perpendicular. This is perpendicular. This is oblique. So he is looking at him obliquely. Obliquely dekh raha hai. Now this is, if we know this is a denser medium, it's a rarer medium, right? So hence, if this is a normal, what will happen to this? Come on, will the man look taller ki shorter now? Denser to rarer, it's gonna go away from the normal. First of all, will it come straight? Just a minute. So in this case, what we can say is, you know, यहाँ पे just yeah. In this case, he is the source of light, right? So यहाँ से ray of light जाएगा, right? Now I'll draw this diagram once again here. Just pardon me. Right. Here's a fish over here, right? So here it is. So light आ रहा है this way. This is a normal, right? The ray of light is not gonna go straight. So rarer to denser, it's gonna bend towards a normal, right? Gonna bend towards a normal. So if in this case, if the fish is seeing it again, the fish ko kya feelega? The ray of light is not bending over here. Fish ko lagega the ray of light is coming straight away from somewhere here, right? So hence, the actual height that the fish will see is what? It is more than the actual height. So hence, for the fish, out under the water, the man will look taller because the light from him is gonna bend, and when the fish sees that light, for the fish, it's gonna come from a straight line. A straight line को अगर consider किया, so it goes above the actual height. So hence we can say about it. So this was it. Next one now. It's a pretty easy one. It's a question बहुत बड़ा दिख रहा है. Actually, it's very easy. So read the question and you can pause the video here itself. Please pause the video here itself. So question में there's a student and there's a friend, and friend ने बोला कि इसका जो ये जो लेंस का फोकल लेंथ है, इट्स अप्रोक्सीमेटली 10, राइट? मतलब ये जो स्क्रीन है, वो अगर मेरे को क्लियर इमेज बनना चाहिए, सो द इमेज विल बी फॉर्म्ड क्लियरली वेयर द इमेज विल बी फॉर्म्ड क्लियरली एट 10 सेंटीमीटर, which means the screen at this case the screen should be kept to where at 10 centimeter from here. मतलब स्क्रीन अगर यहाँ पे रख दिया, यहाँ पे, right? If I keep a screen over here, so can I say what's the position here? I can simply say the position is at 40, isn't it? So hence it is kept at 40. And what's the distance of, एक diagram बनाया था, हम लोग ने, the when the object is at infinity, if the object is at infinity, all the rays comes and intersects at the point called as focus. इसलिए रे अगर यहाँ से आया तो ये it is going to meet on the right hand side only, so इसलिए the screen has to be placed at 40. So moving forward, the next one, so pretty easy sum. Yeah, again a easy one. Yeah, give me the answer first. Pause the video and give me the answer here. Just write it down. Write down the answers, then we can cross check it. So We can start with the thing. Question क्या था? What type of lens मुझे placed at XY so that image of I shifts to I dash? The answer is concave. What will happen if I put a convex lens? अगर concave की जगह पे अगर मैंने convex lens यहाँ पे, if I have a convex lens, what will happen? Convex lens is a converging lens. मतलब जो भी ray of light जाएगा, isn't it? It will get converged, and this lens will converge it still more. And in this case, the ray of light will meet before I. अपने को चाहिए I के बाद I dash पे. So again concave convex नहीं चलेगा, लेकिन concave रहेगा तो क्या होगा? अगर if it's a concave lens, ray of light क्या होगा? Ray of light will be pushed out. You know, it will diverge here. If it diverges, there is a possibility that ray of light will intersect somewhere here. Moving on. Yeah. So we can pause the video here and आराम से करो. So now we'll go to the solution. We know a sharp image is always formed at focus. So that was ये जो focus है, it was f1, correct? ये f1 था. Now student B got a larger blurred image and a smaller blurred image, right? And you should understand one thing. ये जो larger blurred image, it's always formed beyond the focus, मतलब focus के बाद. और अगर smaller blurred image is always formed before the focus, which means ये जो f3 है is the smallest of the lot, right? So means f3 is lesser than f1 and it is lesser than f2, right? Because f3 जो है, it is more closer to the lens. So that's how it has to be done. Yeah, done with this. Next. Yeah, everyone pause the video, read the question carefully and just solve this. Now student wanted to pick a concave mirror from three mirrors A, B and C. He looks into mirror A, he finds that image is enlarged and erect. In mirror B, image is diminished and erect, whereas in mirror C, image is erect and of the same size. So you have to find which mirror is which. ABC में से कौन सा convex है, concave है, plane है, right? I guess most of them guessed it correct. Mirror A should be concave because concave mirror mostly produces enlarged and erect images. Mirror B is convex, right? And because convex जो है, it always gives me diminished virtual and erect images. Whereas mirror C should be a plane mirror because image is erect and it is of the same size. So that's all. Yeah. Pause the video, solve it fast now. Come on. Pause it and solve the video. Pause it and solve. I guess the diagram. Yeah. I mean, it's on the diagram. Yeah. It's a very easy thing. इसमें R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5 are connected in such a way that R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 दिया है, उसका values दिया है, and the potential difference across is 12 volts and calculate total resistance and the total current flowing. So if you see here, R1 and R2 are in parallel, R3, R4, R5 is in parallel, and all this entire two things are in series with each other. So हम लोग क्या करेंगे? पहला we'll first find parallel connection here. R1 R2 का parallel का equivalent resistance find करेंगे, that is R1 R2 reciprocal. We get equivalent resistance of this is 8. Similarly इसका find कर सकते हैं, we'll get equivalent resistance as 10. Then since both are in series, we'll simply add both, that is R1 R dash and R double dash, give me 18 ohms. तो टोटल रेजिस्टेंस मिल गया और फाइंड करना है टोटल करंट. So total current is V upon R, that is 12 upon 18. On division we get the value as 0.67 amperes, right? So that's how it has to be done.